G'day guys, thanks for visiting Richard's Corner. My name is Richard and today we've got a slightly different haul reveal. Today I'm going to do a tech review of this awesome G4 Pro gimbal. Now if you guys don't know what that is, it's actually a stabilizer for the iPhone. It works for any smartphone really, but because of the button placement of the iPhone, this seems to be made specifically for it. I haven't tested it with any other phone except for my iPhone 6s Plus, but my demos today will be with my old iPhone 4S because obviously I'm recording with my 6s Plus. So I can't record and use it at the same time. But hopefully this little unboxing and review will give you an idea of what this can do for you. So the reason why I decided to get a gimbal for my iPhone 6s Plus is because I really want to take my videos in the wild a little bit more to a different level where stabilization would make a big difference in the production of the video. I find that some people that have really stable videos, like the way they pan forward or to the sides and stuff like that, they clearly have really good equipment to keep the phone or their camera, whether it's a video camera, DSLR, or a smartphone device, they keep it in a really steady fashion. And so I read about the gimbals, and I actually read about the Osmo and this one is just a little bit of a cheaper alternative. I was fortunate to find this on the Facebook Marketplace for a whole 120 bucks, but online it's about 120 plus shipping, and regular price is about 150, 170. So I think I did very well. But the person that I bought it from upgraded or did a parallel shift from an iPhone gimbal to a GoPro gimbal. So FeiyuTech, I believe that's how you say it, FeiyuTech, they do these gimbals and they have different brackets for different phones, but it all becomes one piece. So you have to buy the right one for the right device. So if you're using it for the GoPro, you have to make sure you get the GoPro one. If you're using for a smartphone, you have to make sure you get a smartphone one. They even have gimbals for tablets and stuff like that, and for actual like video cameras or DSLR cameras. So it's a really cool company. They're not the only ones out there. There's many brands, but this is just the one I happen to pick up. So what I want to do is I want to do an unboxing. I want you to sort of see what it is and how it works. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a technical review as far as how the device works, and hopefully you will appreciate one, what it can do for you as a small creator, and two, the effort that I'm putting into my own channel, as you may see how it will actually improve some of the ending shots and some of my in the wild shots for my future videos. So thanks again for visiting Richard's Corner today. Let's take a closer look at the G4 Pro iPhone gimbal. So here we have the FeiyuTech G4 Pro 3-axis stabilized handheld gimbal for the iPhone or for any smartphone device, with the proviso though that this is more geared towards the button placement of the iPhone. Now when you pick up this G4 gimbal, this is what is inside here. There is a charging cable, because it actually comes with rechargeable batteries. That's found in this box here. And actually no, this is the charger here, but I'll show you what's in the box here. This small box contains two things actually. There's a counterweight that is contained therein for the heavier phones like my 6s Plus, and then it also has, I'm going to get the box out of the way here, it also has this awesome charger, and there's 2 batteries in there already. They hook into, you basically plug this into your computer or to a wall charger, and you basically have rechargeable batteries for your gimbal. Yes, it is a battery operated gimbal, and here it is. Okay, so these are 2 extra batteries here. I'll just take those out so you can sort of see. They're very similar to camera batteries that you find for higher end point and shoot cameras. Okay, they almost look like CR32s or something like that, but you can probably find replacement batteries if these stop holding a charge. They are only a year old, so this is actually still fairly a new unit. Now this is going to seem a little bit weird here. This is the handle for the gimbal, and basically you put the batteries in here like a flashlight. So that goes in there like that. And this is the actual gimbal itself here. Now I'm going to pull this out of the foam packaging here. Very well packaged, these G4 Pros. And this is what it looks like. Now this is very floppy right now. Okay, basically this is the bracket here where the phone will slip into. You basically put it in there and you rest it against that joint here. And when you turn it on, it will reset itself here. So now I'm going to put the batteries in place here. And you basically screw it on like a flashlight. There we go. Now, it's not advisable to turn this on without the actual device in there. So I am going to put in my iPhone 4S, and I'm going to put it in there as if I would position it the same way as my iPhone 6S Plus. So as you can see, the home button is placed closest to the joint. When you turn it on, it should stabilize. So it's flopping around right now. If I hit this white button to turn it on, there it goes. So now a gimbal is basically a means for the camera or your smartphone to remain in a position. So as you can see, as I rotate my arm, it's basically staying in a fairly stable condition, although it seems like it needs to be calibrated here. So this first mode is actually in lock mode, right? So as I try to pan across, you can sort of see that the phone is in very, very stable position. So no matter how I point my phone, you can see that it stays in stable position. Now, another mode in here, if I click on this button twice, it's called a pan and scan. So now it's going to stay relative to the same plane as my handle. So this is really good for overhead shots. And then if I pan down, you can see that it will slowly pan down with me parallel to the control stick, which is really cool. So you can do all kinds of overhead kind of shots. And again, this gimbal remains stable. Now, a selfie mode is also included in this. If you click on the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it'll turn all the way around very nicely. And then it will be pointing at you. Now, the disadvantage of this obviously is that you cannot see whether or not you are centered to your frame. So I probably won't use this myself, but granted, whenever you use a smartphone camera, the outer phone, the out-facing camera is the better camera versus, if I reset this back, versus the inward-facing phone, this one. Okay, so the outside phone, the outside camera is better than the inside one, just for reference, if you didn't already know that. So, and then if I hit the button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, it resets back to the regular mode. So in this first mode, when it's flashing like this is in locked mode. This joystick here is disabled, although you can still pan it up and down like this. However, if you click it on one more time, it is in a fully functional, controllable mode. You can actually make it do really cool pans, and it's sensitive to the joystick. So if you just move the joystick very slowly, you can get a really nice, slow, smooth pan, or you can do it very fast, as you can see there. So that is really cool. And for my product shots, like the ending shots for the haul that I do on the table, I can actually imagine me doing, you know, these really cool slow pans. This is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now, and I hope you enjoyed this haul, blah, 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 right? Like, so this is going to really add some value to the to the production of my videos. So I'm really, really pleased to get this. It was an investment. I paid $120 used for this, and it does retail for about that at the very lowest price, but quite often you're going to find it for $150, $160, $170. So gimbals are not, you know, it is a bit of a plunge, but it really does lend itself to stable video, and it really does take up your production one notch further, because now you're producing something that looks like it was produced on a real camera versus just a smartphone. Some of the, if you look at the FeiyuTech, if you search for FeiyuTech G4 Pro and some of the demos that they do, some of the actual footage is very impressive, although they do slow it down. So it does look smoother than the actual like real-time footage. I've seen other people demo it, and I've demoed it for myself, and I've noticed that it works best when you're doing like shots where you're just moving forward. You still have to have a steady hand. I mean, like, obviously it's going to notice that you're doing this. It won't compensate for that. But if you hold it relatively steady and you walk forward, you will notice an immediate difference in how steady this camera is. So if you can imagine me doing some stuff in the wild with this phone and hooking up the 6S Plus to this, and just, you know, walking around and saying, hey guys, do this shop with me, and if, like, I can just imagine just how smooth this will be, right? You can notice that as I move my arm back and forth, this is a very stable gimbal. It's really awesome. So this does take my production level to a new level, and I'm really, really pleased that I can share this with you as like a tech tip. If you are thinking of increasing the level of production up a notch, you can consider buying a stabilizer for your smartphone or your camera device to take better and smoother videos. So I'm going to just turn this guy off. There you go, and as you can see, it goes limp, and it is a very awkward when you turn it off. This is actually how you would synchronize it. Actually, you know what, I can demo that. Okay, so let me just turn this back on. Okay, so say we turn it back on and we want to make sure that it is as calibrated as possible. It's calibration. So if I hit this button for 1 second and it goes limp, it should go limp. Oop, let's do that one more time. There it goes. It goes limp, but it is flashing. You put the gimbal down with the phone facing up like this, and you let it on a flat surface. So it has to be a flat surface, and you don't want to disturb it. While it's blinking 3 times like that, you click on the button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It goes solid, as you can see there. And when it blinks back 3 times, that means it is now calibrated. So when you lift this up again by hitting the button 1 more time, now it is perfectly level. Let me see if I can actually, there we go, it's perfectly level. 1, 2, 3, 4, just to make it reset. There we go, perfect. Excellent. So that is the G4 Pro 3-axis iPhone gimbal. I hope you appreciated this tech review, and make your own judgment as to whether or not this will help do some awesome, smoother, more dynamic shooting for your own YouTube videos. So this is Richard for Richard's Corner signing off for now. I wish you happy hunting and happy collecting, and I hope that all of your finds, technical, thrifty, or otherwise, are equally awesome. Please stay tuned for another video. Please hit like and subscribe so that you know what is new and happening here at Richard's Corner, and also please hit that little bell icon so that you are instantly notified when something new has been uploaded to this channel. Again, I so appreciate your visits, guys, your likes, your subs, your comments, and your love. I cannot be here without you guys. So I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate the growth in my channel because of you, and I continue to try to press on in my YouTube channel because you guys are out here supporting me. So thanks again for visiting Richard's Corner, guys. Stay tuned for our next video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for visiting Richard's Corner, guys.